Hi friends and welcome. For those that are new, my name is Luna and I make Animal Crossing videos every single week, so if you're into that, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. Today I'll be creating and decorating my rock garden. I'll be honest, this took me well over 5 hours to do and I'll explain why and what happened to me in just a second. But first, I'm using this in-game stone path to cover up the areas that I don't want the rocks to spawn. Then I'm going to leave 6 spots open so that the rocks can spawn there. I'm leaving 6 spots open because we have a total of 6 rocks that can spawn on your island. This was easier to do for me because my island is pretty much complete except for a few spots that I have to redo. If your island is empty, you will have to do the mannequin method. I won't be doing the mannequin method in this video, but there are a lot of videos on here that explain in more detail, so you can check those out if you want. Okay, so let me tell you the story. So I'm here excited to finally work on my rock garden. I saved this little spot for it because I have that rock formation in the back and I had like this whole idea on what I wanted to do there. If you've created or seen people create a rock garden, you will know how time consuming this is because you will have to open and close your game and time travel to the next day and do it like 5 more times. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Well, I was super excited to see my first rock spawned, and then my second rock spawned on the second day. And then when I time traveled to the third day, I still had 2 rocks. I was so confused. So I decided that maybe I needed to time travel one more day. I don't know why I thought this, but I was like, hey, let me time travel another day. It'll probably show up. I time traveled to the 4th day and again, only 2 rocks. So I gave up and I started everything again. But this time I rearranged the layout of the rocks. I thought maybe I should separate the rocks a bit. Maybe that was the problem. So I closed the game and I time traveled one more day. Then I got my first rock, which is always good. Then my second, and I was feeling a little bit more confident, but then boom, day 3. The same thing kept happening to me. You would think I would give up, but no. I ended up doing this process again for the 3rd time. And for the sake of the video, the same thing happened. Only 2 rocks spawned. So now I got curious. I did this experiment 3 times and I'm yielding the same result, which is 2 rocks being capable of spawning in this area. Now the question is, why is it that this side only allows 2 rocks to spawn? So I went on a mission for answers. I did a ton of research on Google and I literally found nothing, and I almost gave up hope until I finally came across this Reddit post that literally saved my life. So basically, when you look at your island map, you'll see like these grid lines. They're there intentionally. Those small little pixels that you see, they serve as a space where you can place an item, plant flowers, trees, whatever your little heart desires. Now the bigger squares are there to divide the map and help you locate a place on your island. Apparently, there's a limit to how many items you can place in each of those big squares, which explains why I was only getting 2 rocks to spawn all 3 times I've tried. So to fix that, I destroyed all the cliffs around the area and I time traveled each day to see if the rocks spawned, and they did. So in conclusion to my hefty research, if you have any problems spawning your rocks, try removing items, cliffs, maybe even the water. Let the rocks spawn and then put everything right back. It's a little annoying, but it is what it is, right? That's how the game works. Now that I have my rocks, I'm going to decorate the rock formation first. For the rock formation, since I have my Beauty and the Beast castle right here on the right, I wanted to create like a library here. I just thought of Belle and how she would love to sit here and read her books. Belle is a very classy woman, so I tried to make this area look elegant using the mermaid furniture and a lot of books. I wanted the rock to look kind of mossy, so I decided to use the fairy path to cover up some of the rock. I added these cushions so that you can grab one and sit down and kind of like read your book by the ocean. I placed this little circle that came with the fairy path or the tiny library I'll add later, and I'm extending the path all the way until the end of the rock. I added this mushroom parasol to add to the Fairycore theme that I have, and I wanted to play some music, so I added this shell speaker, plus the pearl design is so stinking cute. I love it. Then I decided that I didn't like the little fairy circle design, so I ended up changing it with this small lacy rug. Now I'm filling up the empty spaces with some custom designs. By the way, all of the designs I use will be linked in the description below, so check those out. I added this candle, but I might change it to the wedding candle instead, but let me know if you think this glass candle holder looks better or the wedding candle. I added this upright piano because I picture Lumiere sitting here playing the piano while Belle reads. For the rock garden, I wanted to create like a small little fairy forest, and I wanted to hide the rock formation in the back. I wanted it to be like a little hideout for Belle, so I added a cedar tree to both sides to kind of hide the back. Now I'm going to create a pathway to both sides using this flower stone path. For the sake of the video, I will stop the path by the staircase near the Beauty and the Beast castle, and I'll finish the path off camera. I added these fairy circles because I'm going to add hyacinth lamps on top later, and I wanted some butterfly designs because I wanted this area to have butterflies kind of like flying around. I'm going to add another path, which is this beautiful pink and purple flower path. I love this path so much because it looks like flower petals tossed all over the floor. Now that I finished laying down the paths and designs, I'm going to now add the items for this little fairy forest. Gotta add your Beware of Fairy sign, of course. Here I am adding the hyacinth lamps on top of the fairy circles. I'm adding these bushes in between the rocks to give it a forest vibe. I had this wedding wand in my storage and it looks so cute when you place it, so I added it here to give the area like a little magic touch. I wanted to add some mushrooms to the area. I love this item so much. It is so cute. I'm going to add some Nova lights to this area. No, pink on top of pink is a little bit too much. Much better. Of course, I'm adding some pink flowers to the area too. Here we go with the I can't plant things here BS. I want to plant it here. Now I have to push back the street lamp just to plant this flower. Literally, that's how I had it before, but okay. I added this purple gnome here. You guys know how much I love my gnomes. Gnomes are a little weird, maybe a little creepy to some people, but I don't know. I love them. Gotta love the weird. And then I have him here drinking his little shamrock soda. I'm adding another Nova light here to bring in some light in the back. And now for the queen herself, this valiant statue. I'm adding more mushroom items, so I'm adding this little mushroom stool with this little star clock on top to make the area look magical. I felt this area looked a little empty, so I added these stones that are a part of the flower stone path. Now I'm going to finish the area by adding some lavender designs and butterfly models on top. Here is how the build ended up looking. And here is how it looks at night. I really love how this turned out, even though I had some hiccups along the way. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all found this video helpful. Love you all always. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video.